learning from one another. Get a Be Better health plan from Beacon and get simple and affordable medical benefits so you can build a better team. Call 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more information.
Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for Wednesday, the 3rd of February, 2021. I'm Chrislyn, Lashington. In the headlines, price increase on flour and poultry feed deferred. Liat administrator calls for financial support for payment of severed workers while warning of legal action. Grenada records 16 dengue fever cases for January. How much do you know about Grenada's national flower? Answers found in tonight's Independence feature. Trellona Charles is here in studio.
Tonight in Around the Globe, plans to reopen schools delayed in the U.S. and President Joe Biden reunites migrant families separated by the Trump administration. And in sports, Grenadian Andre Fletcher failed to lead the Bangla Tigers to victory in the T10 Super League. And Emmanuel Stewart says he expects improved performance for the upcoming Super 50 Cup.
Details right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Government succeeded in its request for a stay in the proposed increase of flour and poultry feeds. This increase was expected to go into effect from today, Wednesday, February 3rd. However, consumers can now rest. That is until the company comes back with its decision. Details in this report.
There's no date given when or if the increase in flour and poultry feeds will take effect. However, Caribbean Agro Industries has agreed to put a stay on the proposed price increase that was expected to take effect today, Wednesday, February 3rd. Speaking to Minister for Trade, Industry and Consumer Affairs, Alvin Dabrio, via Zoom on Wednesday, his response suggests that government was given little time in which to respond to a letter sent by Caribbean Agro to the Ministry of Trade. The minister indicated that he received information on the letter dated January 29th on the weekend. According to the minister, it was discussed in cabinet on Monday, following which government has written to Caribbean Agro on Tuesday and was awaiting a response. The contents of the letter was read.
This ministry is currently reviewing with the Price Control Division the implications of an increase in the cost of animal feed, which is a price control item. The division was requested to review its prior engagement with your company on this matter and to apply the regular process for reviewing proposals for price increase of price controlled items. Please note that for such items, approval is granted by the Price Control Division following consideration of all factors with which influence pricing. So in this regard, the ministry kindly requests a stay of the proposal to implement the price increases effective February 3rd, 2021.
That response came Wednesday.
So this afternoon, the Caribbean Agro has informed us that the proposed price increases have been put on hold. And Mr. Spooner, he said he's consulting with his superiors and will communicate later. So we are also suggesting to them that we have a meeting with them very soon so that we could detail to them government positions and also to listen to their position. They didn't give any times, any specific time, but it's as of the proposed date today, it's on hold. So there will be no increases yet.
Presently, there is no local alternative for poultry feed for farmers operating on a large scale.
At this point in time, I would say we would exhaust the possibilities with them to see if it's possible that it could that there would be no increase or even a reduction. And if it's not, then the government would be forced to look for alternatives because it is in the country's interest to not have these high prices.
Chrislyn John, GBN News.
It was a revolutionary initiative that began reaping huge rewards for local poultry farmers. The Protein from Waste project, since its commencement, created headways amongst the farming community, with several poultry farmers boasting of increased productivity. However, like a thief in the night, the company and initiative disappeared, leaving farmers bewildered. What would have happened to that project? We get some answers in this report.
The Protein from Waste initiative was lauded as the next alternative to poultry feed for local farmers and producers. Caribbean agro industry had previously monopolized poultry feed before the project was rolled out over 4 years ago. A protein supplement that local farmers mix with other feed was the first product of the project. The future goal was the exploration of the feasibility of creating a small feed meal to further support Canadian farmers. The Protein from Waste concept combined with the discovery of a technology that uses spent motor oil, which is one of Grenada's most serious disposal problems, as a free fuel to make steam, which is used for rendering the protein from waste into feedstock. However, the project failed to reach its full fruition, with Government Minister Alvin Dabrio explaining what would have transpired.
Yes, I think that they had some problems with shareholders or some internal problems, and that they had to discontinue. Yes, but it's something like that again, we would welcome to have initiatives like this because feed is very important for the production of livestock.
The conversation on such alternatives was rekindled during the scarcity of feed last year due to the closure of the local mill, and most recently with the announcement that poultry feed prices would have increased. The Protein from Waste innovation was novel and unique, given it was the first small-scale plant that utilized used motor oils to convert fish offal, waste crops and other noxious waste into a reduced-price poultry feed. It was aimed at helping poor rural poultry farmers increase their profitability, while at the same time helping to reduce pollution through resource recovery. I am Gerald Joseph for GBN News.
Liat administrator warns of possible legal action if regional governments do not come to employees' aid. But Grenada says it can't commit to the request at this time due to constraints created by the economic fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic. Cherian Blackman-Stephen reports.
Cleveland Seafood, the Antigua and Barbuda court-approved administrator of Liat, warned CARICOM leaders that they could be exposed legally unless some effort was made to pay Liat workers. According to a Barbados Today report, another 103 employees of the collapsed regional airline Liat are to be terminated, joining close to 600 already on the breadline following the demise of the carrier. Seafood disclosed this to Caribbean community heads of government in a letter dated January 22, 2021. He urged governments to assist in paying 79 million EC dollars in severance owed to the 564 workers already put on the breadline throughout the region. However, when GBN contacted Press Secretary in the Prime Minister's office, Philomena Robertson, she told GBN that given the current constraints created by the economic fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic, government cannot commit to the request at this time. However, she said government remains open to a discussion on how best it can help to meet the needs of Liat workers, bearing in mind, of course, its current budgetary limitations. In terms of COVID-19 support for Liat workers in Grenada, in 2020, they benefited from 3 months of income support payments as part of government stimulus package. In speaking about Grenada's further contribution to Liat workers, Ms. Robertson said that pre-COVID, in May 2019, Grenada made a payment of 1.3 million EC dollars to the regional airline following an appeal that was made when CARICOM leaders met in St. Kitts and Nevis. The warning at the time was that Liat could go down, and the government of Grenada moved swiftly to make a contribution to help avert the crisis. Seafood termed as most unfortunate the fact that the workers were unlikely to receive any meaningful compensation from the sale of the Liat estate. He contended that the staff continued to serve the airline in spite of those circumstances because they firmly believed they would not have experienced any hardship since Liat was owned by regional governments. He said that based on his discussions with unions in the various territories, it was clearly evident that both the current and former employees are experiencing severe financial hardship and a high level of disappointment and disillusionment in what he perceived as a lack of support from the respective governments. He lamented that the situation was made even worse by the impact of COVID-19 because of the inability of workers to find alternative sources of employment due to the economic downturn. Cherian Blackman-Stephen, GBN News.
Grenada is still experiencing an upsurge in dengue fever cases, which continues to raise the eyebrows of health officials in Grenada. Though the numbers are not as high as 2020, medical experts say much needs to be done to curb this problem. Rena Pear has more in this report.
Grenada continues to see a spike in its dengue fever cases, recording 16 for January 2021 alone. In an exclusive interview with Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Francis Martin, these numbers are high as in previous years they have recorded as low as 0 cases. He says the number of cases for 2020 and 2021 continues to alarm the health authorities on island.
Numbers that we're seeing with dengue fever is still higher than what is normally expected at this time of the year traditionally. It is not as high as it was in the peak of the spike that we experienced last year, but it is still high enough to become of epidemiological concern for us. The concern is even more because as we head into the dry season, people tend to store water a lot more. And for that reason, the potential risk still exists and still increases. But fortunately, we are doing very well in terms of our management, and we have not seen any serious complications.
Recognizing that other Caribbean countries have also been affected by the disease, Dr. Martin explains that this is because persons are not cleaning around their homes, leaving a healthy breeding ground for the Aedes aegypti mosquito.
There's only one way we can actually stop the spread of dengue, and that is to decrease the breeding size of the vector. As long as people continue to disregard the mosquitoes and disregard the breeding places for mosquitoes and disregard cleanliness and continue to dump inappropriately, continue to have uncovered waters in their surroundings, then I'm afraid our country will never see a decrease in the spike in dengue.
Presently, the Ministry of Health is heightening awareness for dengue fever on the island.
The campaign against it has started, is continuing, and will be ramped up as the weeks go by. We're also going to be increasing our vector control mechanisms and processes over the next coming weeks. We must not rely on fogging for controlling of dengue. Fogging only knocks down the adult mosquitoes, and it only does it for a couple of days. It's still dependent on people's human behavior to do what we need to do to prevent the spread of dengue.
The Permanent Secretary says that while the number of cases recorded for the year is not as much as 2020, it is still an alarming amount to be concerned about. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
It is no question that nutmeg and cocoa farmers on our island deserve utmost praise for their contributions to our agriculture sector and the part they play in Grenada's claim as the Isle of Spice. Trellona Charles met with one farmer and brings us this report.
Curtis Henry is a well-known farmer from Shantymill St. Patrick. He has been a farmer for over 40 years and, among other produce, cultivates nutmeg and cocoa, Grenada's main export crops. His day begins around 5 a.m. when he walks to his land to start the day. GBN met with Mr. Henry where he shared his experience as a farmer. He said the business of nutmeg and cocoa is hard work, which can come at a high cost to farmers, especially since incentives such as back pay haven't been received in years.
Price of nutmeg need to go up. $3 for a pound of nutmeg, and the work is more than that. I have to work too hard for that little bit of money. Every end of the year you get the back pay. But I go in about 3-4 years, about 3 years now, they don't get nothing. But cocoa is about 30 something years now, it's nothing here. But that's it, they bring up cocoa price now to 4 something.
Mr. Henry says there is always room for improvement regarding aid given to farmers. He says many farmers need help with the upkeep of farms and transportation, as he himself single-handedly maintains over 6 acres of land.
Yes. And just now I got to pay to bring nutmeg home because they're nutmeg and I can't joke it on my head. And I'm growing young, I'm growing old. Every day is a day older. And not only I have an acre so and a half the next way. Me one. Come and put people to walk the land. Like you see how they walk in the road? You should have people just going and walk people's land and the government paying them.
Mr. Henry has been a victim of prettier larceny many times in the past. His last encounter occurred when, after 4 years of discovering empty nutmeg pods on his land, he caught the culprit at 2 a.m. one morning. The matter is currently ongoing in court.
The punishment do enough what they giving. No, you don't enough. Because putting me in the position, I would not go and thief a man thing here. No, I won't do that. Farmers don't see farmers. Because that is what happened to me. The man is a farmer. And he come in at night and steal my things.
Despite the many challenges of the job, Mr. Henry says he's passionate about what he does and is proud to be a contributor to the agricultural sector of Grenada.
Hey, I really love that here. Farming, I mean, real thing. I can go and walk this 8 to 4. If I come and make 3 hours in Milan, I find that sufficient for me, I go home. I don't beat up myself. If the work extreme, there are times you know you must go a little beyond. Well, that's the backbone here. Land is the backbone of Grenada, farming, but they don't study us.
Trellona Charles, GBN News.
This is News at 7. Coming up, students at Caliste Government School showcase their display as part of Grenada's Anniversary of Independence celebrations. Stay with us.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Your hard work, talent, and creativity, plus Flow, equals more ways to chase your dreams. Flow is connecting all of Grenada, from Point Salines to Hillsborough, with the most reliable connection on the island. So now everyone can work, study, and keep moving forward together. Visit discoverflow.co for more information.
She loves me. She loves me not.
She loves me.
Sunday, February 14th from 6 p.m.
Get set for another massive Waggity Virtual Bingo,
the Valentine's edition.
This time you can win a whopping $15,000. Tickets are $15 for one or two for $25. Now that's a Valentine's special. In Grenada, tickets are available at gotofet.com
or numerous box offices island-wide.
If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofet.com. This is a special day,
so you and your Valentine can enjoy all the fun and excitement in the comfort of your home.
Sunday, February 14th,
Valentine's Day.
Play Waggity Virtual Bingo,
the new way to play
bingo.
Imagine your day without having to wait in line, without having to write at every store, without touching the pen everyone else used, having your info exposed to everyone. Sounds great, huh? Well, it's possible. Here is Teta. With Teta, you download once, register once, and just scan to check in everywhere. No hassle, no forms, no hold up. Simple and easy. Teta lets you explore, discover new places, new products, and new experiences. What are you waiting for? Get Teta for free from your app store today and enjoy contactless convenience.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack. I can take the long road. 'Cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise. Together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise. With no wings, fly. Arise. And we're so high, enjoy the view. Arise. Look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Now we can stay safe while at the same time reducing our budget to maintain a clean and safe environment at our home, school, office, church, or even on the bus. Fortune Foods has gone a long way to source premium products that are at least 30 to 50% less than other brands. That's right, 30 to 50% cheaper than other brands. We have a multi-purpose 80% strength liquid sanitizer for cleaning surfaces that is also safe on hands, as well as 70 to 75% gel sanitizers available in 1 gallon and smaller sizes. Plus, when you buy in bulk, you save even more. Right now, every dollar counts. Be wise. Sanitize with Fortune Foods' range of sanitizing products.
Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe, St. George's. Telephone 435-2247.
Calypso fans, the 9 finalists to challenge the reigning Independence Calypso monarch, Sean Nas, the Silver Serpent, on Friday, February 5th at the National Stadium have been selected. Admission is free from the comfort of your homes. Will Silver Serpent hold on to the reign, or will the crown change heads as Sheldon Douglas, Anthony Darius, Croqueta, Jermaine Simon, Teddy Christopher, Philanda Jeffrey, Alicia Alexis, Edison Francis, and Anthony Etienne all vie for the coveted crown. Time alone will tell, so join the National Celebrations Committee in what promises to be an evening of great calypsos. Carried live on GIS Channel 22, the National Celebrations Committee, and GIS Facebook pages and YouTube channels. Remember the date, Friday, February 5th, 6 p.m. The virtual staging of the 2021 Independence Calypso Monarch, building together a safer, more resilient nation in these challenging times.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
With Grenada's 47th anniversary of independence just 4 days away, display of the national colors can be spotted almost everywhere. However, on Wednesday, teachers, students, and parents of the Caliste Government School held an independence exhibition.
Bearing in mind this year's theme, Building Together a Safer, More Resilient Nation in These Challenging Times, teachers, students, and parents of the Caliste Government School drifted back in time to some of the utensils and what may be considered the old-fashioned way of doing things, and fast forward into the present with the advent of technology, how things have evolved. Frankson Marshall, teacher at the Grandins Roman Catholic School, says it was a collaborative effort between schools from District 4. Marshall was also one of 4 judges for the day's exhibition who explained what they are looking for: the perfect opportunity to stimulate young minds.
The activity, we are looking at how the different blocks are used, the creativity, how appealing the setting is to the eye, and what is the children involvement, and how much does the content of the display bring out a traditional feeling in relation to the theme for this year's independence. I think I can speak for myself, and I guess maybe a lot of others. Many traditional activities are not done in school as before, and I think this is of greater pertinence this year because of the fact that school attendance has been so limited. And school is not only about teaching and learning, but about experiences. And having the students having this opportunity to have this independence experience in the environments and with the vibrant colors, it goes along with adding value to their knowledge and experience of being at school.
The school was divided into 3 blocks, each depicting different aspects of Grenada's history. The judges were taken on a trip down memory lane on the first block, getting a feel on how laundry was done back in the day, food was cooked on firewood, bread baked in mud ovens and outside drums, and stories were told to children by grandparents. The second block welcomed visitors to the island, greeted by steel pan and dancers. As you go through the country, one will get the feel, the smell and taste of all things local, spices and more, while the third block gave you a feel of the political struggles throughout the years, blended with the flora and fauna. Kendall Charles, teacher at the Caliste Government School, says the displays depict the resilience of Grenadians and their way of adapting to change.
We have a political timeline from inception, from the time Columbus sighted Grenada, the constant battles, the exchange of European powerhouses, Maurice Bishop, Bernard Code, Eric Geary, and current tussle between NDC and NMP. So we have a political timeline. We try to display the shift in paradigm as it relates to the activities children engage in now. And we have the parishes, we have a model of Grenada, we have the parishes, and we tried our best to incorporate the things that are special or unique as it relates to those parishes.
This time round, teachers went all out to make this the biggest exhibition yet at the school, he says. Chrislyn John, GBN News.
Fantastic. Still in Independence, Francine Charles of Mount Granby St. John and her daughter Alina Ince have captivated social media with their Independence creativity. Starting with an edible display to coincide with Grenada's 47th anniversary of independence, Francine's Fantasies put on a show of a 3-tier cake dubbed a tribute to Alina Miracle Ince's 47th independence.
Well, this year we had 4 different sections. The first section was on the beach, which we portray like the different things that the country have to offer, and well, the colors, the flags, nutmeg, cocoa, bananas. And the second section where she did my cake display. Yes, the Independence cake display. And then the third section is where she portraying the national dish and different things to find on the island. And the fourth section is where she was enjoying different landmarks in Grenada.
Her daughter has also grabbed the spotlight.
Ever since I gave birth to her, I took a picture and I realized she stays for it. So then I look at her and I was like, okay, well, probably she could do something on her own, and people keep encouraging me that let her keep her up, keep her up front, so it's like she could end up further in the future. Well, I sat down and I jot out my designs, and I go to the various people for help, like to sew, crochet, and I put my decorations together with the help of her grandmother and her father. Then we basically, put everything together. We come together and then we display everything.
Too cute. During this week leading up to Grenada's 47th anniversary of independence on February 7th, every day the GBN will highlight one aspect of our independence and its history. Tonight, we focus on the Grenada's national flower, the bougainvillea, one of the most decorative plants found in almost every Grenadian yard.
In tonight's Independence feature, we learn about the bougainvillea plant, Grenada's national flower. The bougainvillea plant is a genus of thorny ornamental vines, bushes, or trees. It is native to East and South America, from Brazil, west to Peru, and south to southern Argentina. Different authors accept from 4 to 18 species in the flower. It is described as consisting of large, colorful, sepal-like bracts that surround 3 simple, waxy flowers. The vine species grow anywhere from 3 to 40 feet tall, scrambling over other plants with their spiky thorns. They are evergreen when rainfall occurs all year, or sheds their leaves if there is a dry season. The leaves are typically 4 to 13 centimeters long and 2 to 6 centimeters broad. The actual flower of the plant is small and generally white, but each cluster of 3 flowers is surrounded by 3 or 6 bracts with bright colors associated with the plant, including pink, magenta, purple, red, orange, white, or yellow. Bougainvillea is sometimes referred to as a paper flower because the bracts are thin and papery. They are popular ornamental plants in most areas with warm climates because their drought tolerance makes them ideal for such areas year-round. Currently, there are over 300 varieties of bougainvillea around the world. Because many of the hybrids have been crossed over several generations, it is difficult to identify their respective origins. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Wow, 300 species of bougainvillea worldwide. Now we move on to turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trellona Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. The indiscriminate dumping of garbage in the Woburn area is creating an obstruction to livelihoods and an unsightly scene. Residents say the yachties who reside in the area are at fault.
Garbage that's being here, it's something that is disturbing the entire community. It ends up in yards, people's yard. They have to be forever cleaning garbage, whereas they have contained their garbage for the garbage disposal to come and collect. The people from the yachts are bringing their garbage in this bay where there is a marina.
Our online viewers gave their opinions on the issue. Shamila commented, signs should be posted with the days of disposal and fines for breaking the law. A cleanup is required immediately, and it would be a good idea to invite the yachting community to be a part of that. It can be resolved, but the relevant authorities need to take the lead on this. Wayne responded, this has been going on for years, and the authorities are reportedly aware of it. One yachty once told me the area resembles a trailer park on the sea. It's that bad. Some regulation needs to be in place because they will destroy the ecosystem and just leave. Catherine wrote, they have no respect for the people and place. They should be told that it's not acceptable. Andre added, it is easy to critique the cruisers. Since the COVID, we the cruisers became an important income to the Grenadian community. Look at Trinidad that closed their borders to cruisers. They are losing thousands of jobs. That's reality. Maybe you should try to organize a meeting with the cruisers community. And Lilette commented, the yachties, or more correctly some yachties, who don't respect the environment should be fined. Imagine if they are dumping on land, then think what's going on in the sea. That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. Rechanging the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Tonight, our eyesore reporter captured photographs of a bus rolled backward into the carnage near the fire station in St. George's. The back tires of the bus were submerged into the water while the front remained on the sidewalk. While no information was provided surrounding the circumstances of the incident, it is indeed a sight you don't see every day. The incident happened on the far end of where the passenger bus had plunged into the water in September 2019, which had resulted in the death of an elderly woman. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Wow. Still ahead, funny enough, we're talking about bus operators in Grenville, recognized for their hard work and services to the public. This is News at 7.
Have you ever felt the need to give back to your vegetable or flower garden, lawn, potted plants, or planters? The Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority is pleased to introduce the new Home Garden Composter. A neat, efficient, quick, and easy start to home composting. Get great value from your food scraps, grass, lawn clippings, paper waste, and animal manure through home composting. When you do, you will be returning valuable nutrients to the earth rather than discarding at the landfills. Get started with a Home Garden Composter, now available at Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, and let your Home Garden Composter make your gardening dreams come true.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
What are you looking for? Top quality copy paper, linen paper, bond paper maybe, or lunch bags, maybe a gift set, or maybe you're just not sure. Then visit us today. K&R Bookstore. We are so much more than your regular bookstore. Visit us at the corner of Scotch and Young Street, or give us a call, 420-5307 or 321-3500. K&R Bookstore. Convenience, quality, excellent prices.
Need tools? Then take advantage today on 20% off on all tools, lights, and sanitary fixtures in LA Purcell Independent Sale. Plus, get 15% off on appliances, furniture, and electronics. LA Purcell is bringing independence to you for 2 weeks from January 29th to February 12th. More reasons to celebrate independence. What are you waiting for? Visit our stores on Granby Street or River Road today. See your favorite LA today. Cash if you have it, or credit if you want it. Happy Independence Grenada from LA Purcell.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform. Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. This is News at 7. Public transportation is used by scores of Grenadians daily and is considered to be one of the essential services on the island. Many say bus operators are not often recognized for their hard work and services to the public. One bus association is on a path of changing this, as they awarded 3 bus operators traveling the number 6 route for their outstanding service over the years. Rena Pear has more in this report.
The executive members of the Grenville Bus Association awarded 3 bus operators plying the number 6 route with plaques on Sunday, recognizing their long-standing service within the profession. Samuel Joseph, driving the bus Sammy, has been a bus operator for 11 years, but was awarded as the oldest operator within the association. Awarded for his 44 years of service to the public as a bus driver is Claude Francis with his bus Uprise. Both Francis and Joseph spoke of their experience.
But I've been driving tourists since in the 60s. In the late 60s, I've been driving tourists, over Granite Town and things like that. So I'm very familiar with the Granite Town Road and things like that.
I've been the oldest, longest serving bus driver over the Granite Town. I made 44 years already, and this is part of my exercise, walking bus day after day, because it's a mark of a difference that if like I passed away, my children and grandchildren would see what I used to be doing in my young days.
The final awardee is Christopher Stewart, who has 37 years in the bus operating business. He says initiative like these is one that encourages bus operators and makes them feel cherished.
Well, it's important to know that people appreciate you for the things that you do and you'll continue to be doing. I think that's the main reason, to be recognized for your service, right? And these things earn. As a past PRO, I think it is important that we emulate some of the guys there, like quarterly, driver of the month or driver for the 4 months, best kept bus, best kept driver, all that can build up a better association.
President of the Grenville Bus Association, Abraham Monroe, says this is just one of the many new initiatives that will be held by his association to show bus operators respect and appreciation.
Yes, well, from this rolling out, we have other plans in place for stuff like that. We want to go we want to have the best dress driver and stuff like that. So we want to have them in a certain form that we could have things going out there, they see the benefits, But we have a lot of initiatives based on how the things are with unity and stuff like that. We need for them to be more unified, So doing this initiative gestures would bring them far more closer to each other, So that's one of the ways we want to bring them, having little functions and stuff like that. Yeah.
For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Excellent. The Grenada Boys Secondary School celebrates 136 years of existence. The school was founded in 1885. Initially as a mixed-gender institution, it became an all-boys learning institution after a while.
Remaining steadfast in the midst of adversity and challenges, the theme which guides the GBSS 136th anniversary. The all-male student institution has crossed another milestone in its educational upliftment of young people. Philip Thomas leads the charge at the Noble Institution for the past 13 years. These are the 3 torches he wants students to be guided by, as he says they want to ensure that all boys make a meaningful contribution to society.
It's the mission, the school mission. As you see, I would like you to take a camera shot there too. 2, the school vision, and 3, the school song.
With the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, plans for a year-long celebration was hindered, he says.
In terms of activities, we have to shelve a lot of those for this time around. And the boys understand that, because we tell them like all the whole calendar of sporting activities that we usually have, no athletics, no basketball, no football, no knowledge bowl, no debating and so on, circumstances beyond our control.
Throughout the years, the school has excelled in many areas, with major achievements in areas such as sport, knowledge bowl, basketball, football, and other areas of academics.
We've achieved a lot over that period of time. In fact, well, if you look at our trophy cabinet outside, that could kind of give you an idea. And that is only during my time, because a lot of the others from before, they were destroyed in various fires and so on, We have taken our rightful place on the field of play, be it in football, be it in athletics, be it in basketball. In fact, we're still the undefeated champions of intercall.
He explained how they have been coping with the challenges now brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Uncertain times, no two ways about it, yeah? But once there is life, there is hope. We believe we have the formula. We have an excellent staff who is not daunted by the challenges around, you know. They're still committed to do what they've always been doing. They're driven, yeah? They're driven by results and so on, yeah? Sometimes I wonder if the staff, they are the ones who are writing exams.
Chrislyn John, GBN News.
Last week on GBN's We Culture, the focus was on the political aspect of Grenada's independence. This week, as independence celebrations culminate, We Culture is about to dive deeper into the cultural aspect of our independence. Host Godfrey Augustine says Thursday's program will be an interactive session packed with questions surrounding the true history behind our national symbols.
This week, we're moving to something different. We want to look at the celebratory aspect of it and what happens for the celebration. And there are some questions that we'd like to throw to our listeners and viewers. For example, when and who decided that oil dung, for example, became our national dish? And there were a number of other things. For example, we learned now that our national bird is the Grenada dove. As a young guy, what I knew was blackbird flying all over the place. The national flower, for example, we hear it's bougainvillea. We knew of hibiscus. So there are a lot of questions, you know, throughout that transition to now that we would like to hear from our listeners and our viewers. We won't be having any guest per se this week. Myself as host, together with my team, Scholar, Livingston, and Reese, we will be discussing those issues, and very early in the program, we will be engaging our Facebook viewers, our YouTube viewers, of course our radio and TV audience to chime in on the conversation and provide their input with whatever information they gathered over the years as it relates to some of these issues.
We Culture will be aired tomorrow, Thursday, instead of its weekly Friday, to allow patrons to indulge in Friday's Independence Calypso competition. We Culture is probably my favorite show right now. Stay with us. The weather and sports up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with Tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. Can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again. At Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product Detox Combo Pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
And Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sanatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open, Hilton Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hilton Valley, your health is our business.
The National Celebrations Committee invites all Grenadians home and abroad to tune in to the broadcast of the virtual staging of our 47th anniversary of Independence Cultural Extravaganza on Saturday, February 6th, and Military Parade on Sunday, February 7th. Live from the National Cricket Stadium on GIS Channel 22, National Celebrations Committee, and GIS Facebook pages and YouTube channels. The Cultural Extravaganza begins at 6 p.m. and will showcase the best of Grenada from all parishes under the theme Brighter Out of Darkness. Then on Sunday we return to the National Stadium at 9:30 a.m. for a special Made in Grenada feature and military parade. Happy 47th Grenada, rebuilding together a safer, more resilient nation in these challenging times.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
As we look at tonight's minimum temperature, 23.5 degrees Celsius. Still a little chilly, partly cloudy to cloudy and windy with light to moderate showers this evening. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher during showers. Seas moderate to rough, waves 7 to 9 feet in open water. High surf and marine advisories remain in effect. Tides are high at 8 p.m. and low at 2 a.m. On Thursday, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy, hazy, and windy with brief light to moderate morning and nighttime showers. Moderate dust haze warning. On Friday, partly cloudy and windy with brief light to moderate daytime showers, increasing overnight. And on Saturday, partly cloudy and windy with occasional light to moderate showers. Definitely a wet week ahead. Stay dry. That's your weather on GBN News.
Good evening, sporting fans. I'm Trellona Charles. Grenadian Andre Fletcher failed to lead the Bangla Tigers to victory as Qualanders remain undefeated in the Abu Dhabi T10 Super League. Captain Fletcher elected to field first with the Qualanders setting a target of 104 for 3 as Sohail Akhtar smashed 49 runs. However, Tigers were restricted to 97 for 6 wickets in the allotted 10 overs, with Johnson Charles on 12 runs and Fletcher on 2, losing their wickets in the first 3 overs. The Tigers have now lost 3 of its 5 matches and sit 4th on the standings, while Qualender has won all of its 5 matches. Emmanuel Stewart is backing himself for improved performances for the upcoming West Indies Super 50 Cup. The wicket-keeper batsman was part of the Under-19 squad when the West Indies last won the Under-19 World Cup and later captained the West Indies Under-19 team, though not defending the title. He believes it is an important period in his career as well as cricket within the region.
Yeah, I think it's an important year for cricket in the Caribbean. A lot of teams are touring the Caribbean, so I think what I have control over is my performance, and once I continue controlling that and putting my numbers up, then that's the most I can do. And as long as I continue playing, I'll continue putting my focus on those numbers and keep producing for the Windwards and hopefully the West Indies soon.
Emmanuel says the support of the Windward Islands is critical in their bid to challenge for the Super 50 Cup.
I just want the people of the Windward Islands and the region to keep supporting us. I think we're not too far away from lifting a cup for the region, and I think it's necessary and it's needed for the region to boost our development as players. It's always good to win because winning is a habit, and we need to get into that habit of winning. So just keep supporting us, and we'll do our best to produce the goods for the region.
That's it for sports. Up next, Around the Globe. Tonight's probe Around the Globe takes us to the United States, where U.S. President Joe Biden is facing delays in his push to get children back to school in his first 100 days. In Chicago, some 62,000 students and 10,000 teachers were expected to return to classrooms on Monday. But that has been stalled after heated negotiations on COVID-19 safety measures as many teachers wait to be vaccinated. Al Jazeera's John Hendren reports.
As Chicago demands teachers go back to school, teachers like Tammy Vinson fear their classrooms could become super-spreading incubators for COVID-19.
A lot of kids could be asymptomatic. So I could have it, and I can go to school and inadvertently pass it on to a student. They in turn could go home and pass it on to their grandmother or their medically fragile aunt or uncle or their parents. So yeah, absolutely a concern.
One person who wants teachers back in class is President Joe Biden.
The president wants to not only reopen schools, he wants the schools to stay open.
Another is Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who has threatened a virtual lockout that would bar teachers from access to the online instruction they've been using. She says the kids deserve better.
Particularly our black and brown kids are falling behind.
In Las Vegas, the superintendent of Clark County Schools says 19 students have committed suicide since virtual schooling began in March.
I think the isolation, I think the kids reaching out, they don't have that vehicle in school right now.
The issue in Chicago and elsewhere is that teachers, for the most part, want to receive their vaccinations before they come back. But for many, it could be weeks or even months before they receive their doses. John Hendren, Al Jazeera, Chicago.
President Joe Biden has signed 3 executive orders on immigration and will create a task force to reunite the families of migrant children U.S. officials took from their parents at the Mexican border. The Biden administration has ended the so-called zero-tolerance policy, requiring every undocumented border crosser to be arrested and charged with a crime. The impact of Trump-era immigration policies has been devastating for thousands of families. Al Jazeera's Rob Reynolds reports from Los Angeles, California.
The zero-tolerance policy is gone, but the damage remains from one of the Trump administration's most controversial and widely condemned immigration actions, the deliberate separation of children from their parents at the border.
We have impacted, in a way that I think we will not fully understand, an entire generation of children, thousands of them. And there is no clear remedy right now for that.
At a minimum, more than 5,500 children were separated from their parents beginning in 2017. Audio recordings of children crying emerged and helped lead to a public outcry and the hasty abandonment of the policy. But approximately 600 children still have not been reunited, according to a lawsuit filed by the American Civil Liberties Union.
I think it really was a matter of they just didn't care. All they cared about is taking the children away, put no plan in place to track the children, didn't even think about the fact that the families would someday need to be reunited.
Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Los Angeles.
That's it for our probe around the globe. Stay with us for a reminder of tonight's top stories.
A recap of this evening's headlines. Price increase on flour and poultry feed deferred. Liat administration calls for financial support for payment of severed workers while warning of legal action. Grenada records 16 dengue fever cases for January. How much do you know about Grenada's national flower? We spoke about the bougainvillea this evening. And in Around the Globe, plans to reopen schools delayed in the U.S., while President Joe Biden reunites migrant families separated by Trump administration. In sports, Grenadian Andre Fletcher failed to lead the Bangla Tigers to victory in T10 Super League. And Emmanuel Stewart says he expects improved performance for the upcoming Super 50 Cup. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or GBN Television's Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.
We